Okay, back to shelling corn. I'm just gonna stay off of tillage until I get done shelling it. Stay on one job, finish it. I got this much in the truck. Should have to shell about another hopper and a parcel, and hopefully get a load into the elevator yet tonight, and then fill 2 trucks and call her good. There's these cardboard boxes sitting here next to the combine. What's this here? Oh, that's okay, Austin. I wondered what happened. There was 2 rows of my corn ran down back there along the woods. Apparently they made her go out and pick up all the ears. Well, now I feel bad. It was 2 rows in from the trees, so they weren't even that. I mean, it's okay, Austin. Anyhow, I guess I'm gonna get the combine going. We'll dump those in the head. And she's only, I don't even know if she's 10 yet. I feel old. I've known her since she was a baby. Got this thing. Stay. Got this thing figured out last night. The only thing I could figure is the stalks back there in the back were green. I mean green. And maybe I was pushing a little hard. I don't know. It pushed a big slug right up in front of the cylinder. It's not even like it sucked it in. It just boom. So got that cleaned out. She's all ready to go. This stuff is surprising me. It's down to 59 point something on the test weight and 15% even on the moisture, which for the end rows that's dry. So I'm curious to see how dry it is once we get off into the outside of it. This is a different hybrid than what we've been shelling too, so that's another factor. So let me take care of my boxes of corn here, and we'll get rolling and hopefully get a load in yet today. That must have happened a while ago, and they must have picked it green. I bet that stuff was still 30%. second load out and on its way to the elevator. I should have enough time. Oh yeah, 35 minutes, plenty of time. I don't want the driveway the way it rocks. It should slide towards the driver's side and even the load out, because I'm a little heavy on the passenger side. Alright, that's dang near 700 bushel already off of 2 loads, so none too shabby so far. And there's still quite a hopper load left. Everything loaded up before dark. get me really close to 1,000 so far. And I've still got a fair old bit left to go. It's funny how all it takes is to get into a field that the deer have. There's one little small spot in the short rows back behind that house, but other than that, not a lick of deer damage or any other type of damage out here for that matter. And all of a sudden, all the crappy corn turns into, I'd say we're at least north, I'm hoping we're north of 160. It's 10 1/4, so I think, I can't remember what the planter monitor said. I've always figured it at 10 1/4. So, we'll see when we see, but we're well on our way to some pretty good corn off of this ground. Does anybody else besides me find it mesmerizing how well, or like, watching dry corn flow? It doesn't stack, it just kind of, yeah. Alright, my truck's as heaped as you can heap something with dry corn. Dad's is the same thing. Combine's not quite heaped, but I can't make another pass down, so I'm just not gonna try. I got 24 rows left in this field, so I can make 12 rows. Basically puts a little, this started off as a partial hopper topping Dad's truck off, and then I made another round, so 8 rows, and put that in it. 12 rows basically fills it up to the bottom of the bubble up auger, so I got not quite 2 full hoppers left out there. Don't think if I used Dad's truck, if I use Dad's truck tomorrow for my load after work, I might be able to get this whole field on wheels. I don't know. But then I got the 4 acres on the other side of the fence row, so for sure should be able to get the whole field, or this, and then the other side should be able to get everything shelled tomorrow. Might end up with a hopper in the combine yet, but it's not supposed to rain, so of course, watch, just my luck, I'll leave a hopper in the combine overnight and it'll rain tonight. They're not calling for it, but just my luck, that'll happen. So we shall see how things work out, but for sure should at least all be shelled and on wheels tomorrow. It just may not all be on trucks, so we'll see how it plays out. But I'm gonna get this thing blown off because it didn't get done last night, and I think the radiator's getting a little plugged again. She's starting to creep up on the temperature, so we'll get this thing blown off and call it a night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, hopefully we can get finished up here today. That would be neat. I don't know if all of this side's gonna fit in Dad's truck. Hopefully, it's gonna be close. I feel bad for Teeter. She wants to come with me so bad, but she's big enough now that getting her in the cab is not the problem. It's getting back out, because I'm scared I can't get a hold of her, turn around and swing down the ladder all in one shot. So I got to get down, I think about to this rung, and then turn around, and she comes and she gets on my shoulder, and I carry her down like that. And I'm scared one of these days she's gonna get antsy and jump, and we're both gonna go over the back. But I want to hopefully get this done today, because I think we still got rain coming Thursday, if they haven't changed it. Do we still have rain coming Thursday? We did this morning. Yeah, Thursday we still have a chance of morning thunderstorms. So hopefully tomorrow, before that rain gets here, I gotta go fix a little wheat planting problem. So I want to get that done before that rain gets here. It ain't gonna take long. I just gotta go fill in a bald spot. So I want to have this done so I don't gotta screw with it. So this field's done, and then Friday we can move down to the pump, which ain't gonna be nothing to write home about, because that got all the water, did not do that ground any favors. So we'll get this hopper unloaded and have back at it. Should have plenty of time to get this load down to the elevator yet. Close to making it all fit, but not quite. Yeah, you can't really see in there. Not that much left. Not a bad problem to have. If it was wet corn, I can make it all fit because you can stack it. But this stuff is like perfect straight out of the field. And I was gonna look. I don't think I've even been getting a whole lot of header shell out of it for as dry as it is. Normally stuff that's dry going through a head is like an explosion. But I haven't even really seen anything down on the ground. I mean, there's a few, but for being that wet, or for being that dry, I mean, normally you'd expect a pretty decent trail right there at the, under the road, but that's pretty impressive in all honesty. Glad I adjusted them deck plates this year. That's probably saving me quite a bit. Okay, that was another 350 bushel. So I've hauled in just 1,000 with Dad's truck alone. Take over 1,000. This is for me backing out with a half-loaded auger. I need to buy a grain saver for the end of that auger so that doesn't happen, but problems later. And this is also officially the driest corn that I have ever shelled straight out of field, I think. I can't remember if it was drier in 2012 or not, but that load there was 13.5 straight out of the field. None too shabby. So at least this field is yielding decent and the moisture is spot on. Okay, now we can break into this little 4-acre piece and we'll be done over here. And there's halfway decent load on my truck, and Dad's truck's heaped again. I'd say there was probably 10-ish bushel, give or take, off of this field on Dad's truck, and then all the rest came off of that small piece. It didn't do half bad itself. It could have been a little better, and you're probably going to find this hard to believe since we're sitting on the edge of a gravel pit. But there's a gravel vein that runs right smack through the middle of that field and takes up about half of it, so when it gets dry out, she don't do so hot. So the fact that it did as well as it did, I'm rather impressed with it. I'm perfectly satisfied. So, but I don't have my notebook with me at home, so I can't remember exactly. That field's 4 acres, I know for sure. I'm pretty sure this is 10 1/4, but I write that stuff down so that I don't necessarily have to remember it off my head. So, we will go ahead and do yields off of these 2 fields tomorrow, but I'd guesstimate where it should for sure be in that 150 range. Hopefully mid 150s, maybe even 160, hopefully. So we shall see. But I'm gonna get my truck back, and I'll, like I've been doing, take that to work tomorrow, dump it. Combine can go home because she's empty and it needs greased and fueled, and then it can go. I'll probably see how things go. I don't want to run it down there tomorrow night because I don't want it down there Thursday getting rained on. It's gonna get rained on at Mom and Dad's, but if it's gonna get rained on, I'd rather it be there than down at the muck. So Thursday night, tomorrow night or Thursday night, we'll service it. But like I say, tomorrow I got a side project that's got to get done before it rains because I want to catch the rain. And then hopefully Friday, either Thursday night, depending on how much rain we get, or Friday, we can start shelling the muck. So see how bad that is. But it's gonna be bad because of wet feet. That's a given. So anyhow, we'll see how things play out. So that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the holy wind. It's been like this all day. That's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.